Okay.
Okay. Good morning. Welcome to WE. This week I will be introducing the puppet Wilma. So everybody say hi to Wilma.
Hi.
And we're going to go ahead and say the jingle. Are we ready? W says what
worm. I can dance and do a squirm.
Okay, so then after that I have, the children. We'll have the children say hello and we put it away. Next we do a little introduction that says Wilma the Wallaby, and we go around each child and they say their name. Also we're singing a mud song, and then we read a book that is called Stuck in Mud Pie. I'm going to be doing, for art, I'll be doing a thing called Mud Pie. This is the pie shell. The kids will, this is right here, the white, they leave the white part, not painted, and then they put the mud inside, and the children get to paint with their fingers, and this is using their sensory.
What child does not like to play in mud?
Yes, that's right.
For Circle, we are also going to be reading a poem. It's called I Am the Ground. And this one's actually kind of like a hands-on activity, which is pretty fun for the children. It starts off talking about I am the ground you sit on, the ground you walk on, the ground you run on, and the ground you lie on. And then in each verse, it talks about different types of ground. So when we talk about the sand, we'll put sand in the middle. And then when we talk about the dirt, and then we'll talk about pebbles, and then finally we'll throw in the rocks. And then they get to see what the ground actually gets to look like, and they actually get to touch it. So it's like a sensory touch thing for Circle. So it'll be fun, something we don't normally do in Circle time. So, and then we're reading the Mud Book, which is a fun book because it talks about at the beginning how the snow melts, and then as the snow melts, it starts to get muddy, and there's a little boy that gets pretty muddy. Takes off his shoes, gets really muddy, and then at the end, it turns green. Everything's grass, and it's actually kind of neat. Start with brown, and then the grass is at the end. So it's a pretty fun book. Yeah.
Because they actually get to see the different kinds of dirt and
right.
textures
to step on. Right. Earth. So we can.
So I'll go ahead and start with, we're talking about Inch by Inch. It's a great book about a worm that is exploring his world. We're also going to get our own little worms, so we're going to double up and do this really cute thing with an inch worm, and they'll get to wiggle it and play with it, so lots of great motor skills going on there. And cooperation, because they're going to be teams, so that's kind of a lot of fun. And then we're going to take our measuring tape and we're going to go around the room and measure the children, measure the tables, measure all the things that the children think are interesting to them, blocks, and see what things are, and graph them, and see what things are longer, what things are shorter, and really looking and concentrating on numbers and the whole idea of exploring their world. So a great time dealing with worms and inches.
It'll be a fun activity for them. And since Miss Lori's talking about the world, and this week we're talking about the world and Earth to celebrate Earth Day that we just celebrated actually past Friday, I'm going to be in the afternoon talking about the globe with the children. So we're going to go over what the Earth would look like, let's say from the moon, if we were standing on the moon, what the Earth would look like if you were looking down at it, and how the Earth turns, and how some people have daylight when we have our nighttime, and going over where we live and what does the United States look like, and going over where we live, California, showing them the state, and different animals are on here, and so different things we'll go over for the globe because some children maybe haven't seen a globe before. And we're also going to be reading the book The Earth and I by Frank Ash, and this talks about the earth. So a little boy walking through the forest and the beaches, and talking about his friends, which are the animals, the trees, the fruit, so different ways to keep your earth nice and clean, and also going over the letter W. So things around the room or around the school that starts with the W, and kids that are in our circle time, maybe they have a W in their name. So it'll be lots of fun.
Yeah, it's a W kind of week.
Yeah, it is.
And then Friday is Arbor Day, so we're going to be talking about trees, trees, trees. So one of the books that I'm going to be reading to them at Center Time is called The Tree is Nice, and it talks about all the different things you can do on the tree. You can climb on it, swing on it, and the animals can lay under it, and all different kinds of things, and it's really fun for the kids to see because they don't necessarily know everything that a tree can do. And then we're also going to have a taste test with all different kinds of fruits that grow on trees, so apples and lemons and oranges, and so there's a sign up for the parents up there, so if you want to bring some tree fruit, please feel free, and all your kids will get to taste it. Yeah. It'll be a fun week.
It'll be a good taste test.
Yes.
It'll be fun for them to learn about the different why trees are important for the earth too.
And it'll be healthy.
Just make sure that they're not swinging in our
Oh,
trees.
yeah, no swinging in that tree.
Because they will try.
Well, it looks like we're going to have a great W week, and look forward to seeing you next week.
Bye.
Bye. See you next week.